Hi everyone, welcome back to Vedic Life Coaching. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to the Sidereal Vedic Astrology Outlook for the month of January. We're at the end of the year, we've made it, and I think in last time's episode I did say on the thumbnail, I wrote on the thumbnail, this number 9 Mars year ends with an intense finish. And I could feel the intensity when I was making that report. I think I did say, I haven't gone back and checked, but I'm pretty sure I would have said that the end of the year there's some really intense Mars energy. And that certainly has been playing out in the world. So I would just like to say right at the beginning, take care and stay safe wherever you are. I think the intense cosmic weather is going to continue right through to about mid-January. So take care regarding any large events or gatherings or any of that kind of thing. Still go, but well, if you're an introvert like me and you're looking for an excuse to stay home, then you could just blame it on the intense cosmic weather. Here in England we can blame it on the rain. It's raining a lot, and yeah, there's some pretty grim weather, so I could imagine a lot of people will stay home. Here in England, here in the Northern Hemisphere, there's some pretty bad weather going on. I've heard from some of you that there's a terrible flu going on in Europe at the moment. People are coming down with flus and colds. I know here in England the hospitals are pretty busy with cases of flu and things like that. So yeah, everybody take care. It's an intense end to a very big year. I'm wearing red in honor of Exalted Mars. We're going to have an Exalted Mars coming up, and that I'll be talking about for every single sign. Now, Exalted Mars is actually good energy. That's good, healthy, empowered, masculine energy that wants to get things done, that wants to achieve, that wants to do something in the world. So I think mid-January onwards we're going to have that Exalted Mars, and that will be better. I will talk through everything in proper detail, but right now at the moment Mars is being aspected by Saturn, Ketu, even Jupiter. So there's intense energy at the moment, so everybody take extra care. And yeah, if you're invited to go to some kind of event, go. If you want to go, check in with your intuition always, and go and do your life still, but be extra vigilant, extra aware, take care, avoid rush energy. If something feels off, remove yourself, all that kind of thing. Now this time I haven't got a news matchup. I'm not going to go into the news too much, but I will just say, I thought I will just quickly touch on what happened in Sydney, Australia recently. I've got clients in Sydney, I've got viewers in Sydney. I myself am from Sydney, Australia, and I just wanted to say that the city is in my heart always, and I'm just praying for healing now, and I pray for healing for the innocent families that they just gathered at Bondi Beach just out of love and togetherness, and for their own spiritual ceremony. It's horrible what has happened to them, and I'm praying for all the families, and I'm praying for healing for the city. I texted a friend to make sure she's okay. She told me she's fine, and she said that but the city is shaken up, and I can imagine that will be the case for a little while now. So that whole area, it will need time to heal, time to recover. It's something very foreign to Sydney. I grew up there, and I grew up visiting Bondi Beach. You know, every couple of weekends my dad would drive us there, and it's a really beautiful part of Australia. And I've got so many memories from each decade of my life of, you know, so much fun and happiness. It's the place where everyone goes to relax, you know, and for this to happen there, it's extremely sad. So I'm just praying for anyone involved. They were all just lovely, innocent, good people who gathered, and they definitely did not deserve anything like this. I do have some words on my screen from Struthless, which I just thought I'd read out because I liked his reporting on what's happening there. I like watching him. I think he's a really great Aussie creator. And he wrote this, which I thought was just really beautifully written. He said, "I do know I've already seen my country come together today to donate so much blood the website crashed, raise money to help heroes like Ahmed Al-Ahmed, establish ways to support so many newly grieving families, express sorrow and solidarity for the Jewish community, and remind so many of us of the best of Australia." And yeah, that's some boots on the ground reporting there. You know, of course Australia would come together in this way. They always do. It's that kind of place where there will be an abundance of love and giving and sharing of resources, and yeah, so it's what a time. But yeah, I mean, the astrological weather is bad. I would say, yeah, right through till about mid-January. So everybody take care out there, but equally don't be afraid or don't be alarmed. Keep living life. We have to keep living life, you know, and if there's a gathering that you feel compelled to go, but take extra care. Okay, that's all. It's like when there's rainy weather, we take an umbrella. So this is the kind of cosmic time. We've got some rough cosmic weather, a little bit still ongoing, and it'll continue through to about, as I say, mid-Jan. So let's take a look at the energy for January 2026. Wow, this is the first time I'm talking about 2026. Guys, I'm going to make a yearly outlook. I'm so excited to do that. I'm going to do a yearly outlook for astrology. I'm going to do a yearly outlook for numerology. Look out for those. They will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. I've got time. It's currently the 18th of December. I've been so busy with client sessions. I had my last session, I think it was just yesterday, or was it the day before? Well, I have had my last session for the year, and already there are bookings starting for January. I've got some people booked already. You're welcome to book, but I have blocked off some time for myself so that I can make content. So stay tuned on the channel, because I will be putting together my thoughts on the energies coming up in a broader sense. So let's take a look at the energy for January. Well, I've got here energy is still intense right through to mid-Jan, as Mars will be in a triple conjunction with Venus and the Sun around the 1st of January. I've got here it's wise to avoid crowds, end of December through to about mid-Jan. Yeah, the energy is just, it's intense, and we've all got to take care at this time. Mid-January, 15, 16 January onwards, Mars will step out of the gaze of Saturn, Ketu and Jupiter, so the intensity will diminish. The other thing is that Mars will be powerful and exalted. So this is a healthier Mars. Okay, it's a better Mars, I believe. But it's important to note that this is strong masculine energy. So darkness could use that for its ends, even though this is better Mars energy mid-January onwards. But yeah, darkness could still, you know, make use of this strong Mars energy. So we've got to be careful. Yeah, I've got here, this is pure, healthy masculine energy, which features the capacity to get on and do what is needed. Expect forward momentum in the collective. I do think that there will be forward momentum. We've got Jupiter still retrograde, but that is a big outer planet. It's a long retrograde that I do believe will end around March, if I've got that right. Let's have a look. When does that retrograde end? Yeah, about mid-March. Oh no, early March, sorry. I'm clicking up by weeks, so let's get the exact day. All right. Okay, no, it is. It's sort of like 11 March. Jupiter will start moving forward. So definitely March onwards, we're marching forwards in life. And funnily enough, I've always had that as my theme. Every year I always think it's March, we march forward. For me, the year kind of starts more in March, even a little bit April, you know, with Vedic Astrology. You could say that the year starts, in April when the sun will move into Aries in our system from 14th April onwards. So if you need a late start to the year, it's fine. You can have one. I say that to everyone every year. I always say, if you need a later start to the year, it's fine. But with this exalted Mars energy present right at the start of the year, that's something quite incredible. And this is very unique, guys. I've been doing these reports since 2018. And when I put this together, I was thinking about, hang on a minute, shouldn't exalted Mars be happening later in the year? Because I'm thinking back to all the yearlies and monthlies and all the videos I've done, and I'm thinking Mars exalted doesn't happen at this time. And I looked back at 2018. Mars was exalted then September, October. And then I clicked up through the years and I saw, oh wow, Mars exalted is inching backwards slowly over the years, which is so interesting to observe. So we're having our exalted Mars now, because I was thinking, yeah, I normally don't wear this bright red, but then I would wear this bright red because it's Christmas and all that right now. So yeah, but by the way, Merry Christmas. I'll wish everyone a Merry Christmas after I do the news. But yeah, Mars exalted September, October 2018, so it's been slowly inching backwards over the years, and now we've got this exalted Mars to start the year. It's so incredible. Yeah, I've got here, Jupiter is still retrograde in Gemini, the Lord of Sagittarius and Pisces, where Saturn is seated. Do you know what's interesting? I was thinking about Saturn in Pisces, and wherever Saturn is, it's testing us. And Pisces is about togetherness. And I do think we're being tested on our togetherness, you know, as a collective, as humanity. How are we doing with that? And I think with what happened in Australia and what I'm seeing so far, there's strong togetherness there. I think Australia is a good example of how to come together. I know we've got Aussies in the audience. If you want to share what you know about the togetherness of Australia, maybe I've just got the outsider's view, and maybe you're there and you've got other things to say, so feel free to share it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If, you've got, more to say about how Australia's doing as a collective. Because sometimes, you know, I'm out here in England and I keep up with my friends and family there, but you know, living somewhere is a bit different. So you can always tell me how things really are. I've got here, people power is still strong with Rahu in Aquarius. People are taking leadership power into their own hands at this time. And we saw that with, you know, we had a hero emerge, Ahmed Al-Ahmed. And I've got here, an Aussie fruit shop owner who wrestled a gunman to save others. How incredible. You know, I do believe that he is an Australian citizen, and I think he has a Syrian background as well, and that's just worth pointing out. A Syrian background, also a Muslim background. It's just worth pointing that out because I've heard that some news outlets have allowed AI chatbots to report that he's a Christian guy, or that, you know, he's from all these other countries, and it's like, no, he's an Aussie citizen, and you know, his background is that he's Syrian. So I just think that that's that's worth pointing out. I also hope that with what happened in Australia, you know, that on a timeline of events, we've got to allow something to just be there, and let's let it heal. And hopefully people don't, as we move forward, don't try and use this event to either create further pain in the world or use this event for control, you know. And you know, Australia, it could do something like that. I don't think it will, but for further control. And what do I mean by that? Well, say that you need to scan a QR code in order to go to the beach. I don't think Australians will stand for it at all. You know, I remember in the pandemic time, I was there from 2020 to 2023, and I think Australia was far too strict. And, you know, even if you wanted to go to a supermarket, you had to scan a QR code. And while I was down there, I rebelled against that. I would not take my phone, and, you know, and then I'll have to stand there and fill in a form and handwrite something. But and there were quite a lot of us who were doing that, by the way. So there were a lot of Aussies who were rebelling, who were saying no to the control that was going on at that time. So I'm sure that, you know, those who aren't directly impacted by what happened, but who love Sydney and love Australia, we will stay vigilant to make sure that this event is not used, as I say, to create further pain or to create further control, further unnecessary control. Yeah, I'll always remember that thing about you go to a supermarket and you have to scan a QR code. Why? It was too much. It was too much. All right, well, anyway, guys, we are going to get into the energy for every single sign. How are we doing on time? Yeah, wow, I have blabbed on a bit, as I do. Anyone who's still here, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas. If you are here and if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. I also want to say it in German because I have got quite a few clients in Germany, and hello to my German clients. And I got an email from one of you wishing me I'm going to read it. It's on a screen. I've just got a computer here. I have two laptops now. It's extraordinary. I've got one here and it says Frohe Weihnachten. Have I said it right? Okay, let me see. I'll press
Frohe Weihnachten.
Frohe Weihnachten. There we go. Let's do it again.
Frohe Weihnachten.
I like how it goes slower. It knows I'm not doing a good job. Frohe Weihnachten. There we go. So I'll even wish you a Merry Christmas in German. I should look it up in every single language. I don't have time to do that, but thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for watching this channel, for your likes, for your support, for your bookings, for everything. Thank you for helping me keep doing the work that I love. I love this work more than anything. I want to keep doing it, and I hope, I get to keep doing it. I hope that all the time, and this work keeps growing. So that's really great. So thank you all for being here, and I hope you all have a good Christmas wherever you are. I know for me it's going to be a pretty quiet day. I will be cooking, I'll be chatting with my family, I'll be watching Sister Wendy Beckett videos as I do every year. I love Christmas Day. And yeah, it's so interesting. I have noticed here in England that a lot of people will wish people like a happy Eid or a happy Diwali, or all these other celebrations, but Christmas, I don't know, it feels like you're not allowed to say Merry Christmas anymore. What's that about? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Merry Christmas. So yeah, I was on I think it was a YouTube video, and people were talking about how they're just a bit sad that they're not quite able to say that anymore, and oh, well, I don't see why not. Yeah, life is complicated here, I know. But I love all religions, all celebrations, all everything. I just think it's all wonderful. So yeah, and I guess we get to keep celebrating these things by you know, we keep it going, we keep these things going. I think it's important. It's very Leo, 5th house, Bhaga Nakshatra, the ancestors, you know, this is a way of keeping history alive and good memories. Karma is complicated because, like, yeah, there's as it, you know, when I drew out the timeline, they said, let's keep the event here. I've been thinking about that type of thing a lot lately, about how it's important to just keep that there. Because, you know, memory is a thing in the astrology system. It's water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I think sometimes what people do is, yeah, they might take some muddy water, take a drop of that, and they'll put it in the future, and it's like, no, keep that there. We don't need to bring certain things forward, but some things we do want to honor and keep our traditions alive, and you know, like being able to wish each other a Merry Christmas. That's just a nice thing. So yeah, I hope people get to keep doing that, whatever faith and celebration they are doing. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, we are going to get into the mini reports. Let's crack on here. We are now going to welcome Aries. Aries, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Aries Ascendant, Aries Moon, or Aries Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So what have we got going on for January? So this is January 2026. What is coming up for you? Well, you've got Venus and Sun closely conjunct. They'll be walking the sky together across your 9th and 10th houses. So this is actually really great energy for work, which is good because we're starting a brand new number 1 year. It's going to be a great year to get started, get into work. So I'm recording this on the 18th of December. I realize you might be in holiday mode now or winding down, but you're starting the year with some really good energy here. You could also be using this energy to skill up. You could be using this energy to study subjects that you love. You could be planning out what you would like to study, or you know, how you would like to grow this year from a career perspective and or a skills perspective. Sun in the 10th house from 14th January onwards is excellent for being recognized for what you do in the world. It's great energy that is going to continue through to about mid-Feb. This is an excellent time to launch new projects or just start the year with a brand new excitement and love for what you do. Venus in Capricorn does love to work. That is the thing that Venus loves there. So you've got some really great work-focused energy. Now Mars is exalted in your 10th house, beautiful, from 16th January. Yeah, again, that is really great work energy. It's superb masculine energy. So this is the energy where if you want to get something done, if you want to move forward, if you want to, you know, this is the rubber hits the road, we're going. And I've got here, this is drive, ambition to take action, energy. You can put energy into going forward in life. And I've got here, there should be an open road feeling. I really got that strongly for you this time, Aries, that there's something about you've turned a corner and now there's that big, beautiful open road in front of you. And I've got here, the question is, where do you want to go? So it's up to you. Where do you want to go? How fast, how far, all of that. So it's great Aries energy. Now 3rd January, we've got a full moon in Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 3rd house. So this is an intense full moon there on the 3rd of January. Take care. Take care in social situations. And I've got here, something could culminate with a friend or a sibling. Something could complete in some way in one of those relationships. 18th Jan, we've got a new moon, Capricorn, Uttara Ashada Nakshatra. It's happening in your 10th house. So this is a fantastic time to start something brand new that is work related. And this is ignition energy. You can start something. So if you want to start something work related, 18th of January is a very good day to do so. Aries, I want to thank you so much for being here. If you are watching this, before the Christmas period, I'm wishing you a wonderful Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, I just celebrate it by relaxing and eating delicious food. It's very simple what I do. Hopefully you just have a wonderful holiday time to rest and look up at the stars. If you get a clear night, now here in England, I mean, the clouds are, thick today. I think we're supposed to have some sunshine tomorrow, so fingers crossed. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned. I've got more coming. I've got, yearly outlook, all that kind of thing. So more to come. Thank you so much. We are now going to welcome Taurus. Taurus, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So this is Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Moon, or Taurus Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So what have we got going on, Taurus? Well, we have got Venus and the Sun. They are going to be walking the sky together. They will be conjunct across your 8th and 9th houses. Now, in the first half of the month, family will be in focus. So it's perfectly fine if you still want to take it easy for the first half of the month. If you're able to do that, then do that. No need to throw yourself into work straight away if you don't have to. I've got here, work comes more into focus in the second half of the month. And if you can use the time to skill up work-wise, or you're getting really organized this month, then that's going to put you in a good position later in the year. So yes, you've got good work energy to kick off the year, but I sort of see it as more like you're getting organized, or you're getting ready, or let's have a look at this. Yeah, Mars is exalted in your 9th house from 16th January. So this is work focused, but it's not a time to like put your foot on the accelerator. Mars transiting through the 9th, there are other people above you type thing, or other people in the queue kind of thing. So it sort of feels that way. There's other things need to happen. So I've got here, this is great energy for work, but it's really great energy for skilling up, studying, getting yourself ultra organized. You could be traveling in relation to your work, so that is a possibility as well. Now, I've got here, Mars is even stronger for gains and recognition later in the year. So get organized now and you will definitely profit later. On the 3rd of January, there's a full moon in Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 2nd house. So this is an intense full moon. Take care in interactions with your family this month. I do see there is quite a bit of a family focus, especially, that first half of the month. There is quite a family focus here. So just be there for the family. Maybe that's all you need to do. 18 January, there's a new moon, Capricorn, Uttara Ashada Nakshatra. It's happening in your 9th house. So you've got great ignition energy to put into your study, as I did say, or skill up in some area of life, or you're getting organized, you're gearing up, you're getting ready. And you could even be starting a new project at this time as well. But if it's something more to do with studies or skilling up, that would be even better. All right, Taurus. Well, I'm wishing you all the best. If you're watching this before Christmas and the holiday season, I'm wishing you a wonderful, restful time. I hope you get some time to yourself, some time to look up at the stars. I'm just looking out the window and we've got so many clouds. I was just telling Aries, I was just like, too many clouds here. But wherever you are, maybe you'll have time to do a bit of stargazing. That would be so amazing. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned. I've got yearly outlook coming. I've got various content coming up. So stay tuned on the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Gemini Gemini, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Moon, or Gemini Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. What have we got going on, Gemini? Well, we've got Venus and the Sun. They're going to be conjunct. They're going to be walking the sky together. They're going to move across your 7th and 8th houses. So during the first half of the month, take extra care in your relationship with your partner. This is not great cosmic weather for love in the first half of the month. So if you need a bit of time out from your partner, you know, as Khalil Gibran says, if you need some spaces in your togetherness, then this is a good time for that in the first half of the month. I've got here, yeah, give each other space during this time, and that will help keep your relationship smooth. Got here in the second half of the month, the energy is much better for your love life and for family life in general. So it's even a bit restful, actually, that second half of the month, and sort of cozy family time if you want to have some of that. You've got energy for that. It's like, I feel like you might have a later start to the year. Okay, so if you know, you're really ambitious, keen to get going, yes, you may be able to. Your Mars is exalted in the 8th house, so you know, we've got energy here. We've got some powerhouse energy here. But equally, if you wanted a chilled start to the year, I'm really feeling that for you. Let's have a look at your Mars. So that's exalted in your 8th house from 16th January. Now this is ignition energy, and you can use this. Really, it's in the 8th house, so you can use this for 8th house matters. So you could use it for clutter clearing. You could use it to organize your finances. You could use it to take your family on a short trip somewhere. If you wanted to change the scene, go somewhere different, you might be using this energy in that way. I've got here, yeah, a change of scene can be as good as a holiday. You will have the energy and finances to make that happen. So yeah, if you feel like you need to change the scene, it's a good time to do that. 3rd of January, we've got a full moon, Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 1st house. So this is your full moon, Gemini. You can have a lot of moonlight, and it's going to shine a light on you and your life and what it is that you want to do. And this could be an intense full moon. I've got here, give yourself time and space to reflect on the past year and what you'd like most going forward. Yeah, I feel like this is a full moon where you can contemplate your own life, see where you've been, see where you'd still like to go. Where is the excitement in life? What is that thing that when you think about it, you're like, I want to do that. I've got excitement for that. So it's a good time of self-reflection. Could be harder to sleep that night as well, so just bear that in mind. If that's the case, a remedy for this is to just work really hard during the day, like be really busy during the day on the 3rd of January, and you'll sleep just fine. So that's an easy remedy. You could also eat pasta. You could eat bananas at night. That helps as well. 18 January. New moon, Capricorn, Uttara Ashada Nakshatra. It's happening in your 8th house. So I've got here, identify the frog and eat the frog first. Okay, this is something that you might want to Google search. You might want to look it up on YouTube. I think there are some videos about eating the frog. What is eating the frog? Eating the frog is when you plan your day, you do the most challenging thing first. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, and this is a thing you have to do, and it's going to make a difference, but it's a thing that you might procrastinate on. Yesterday, my Eat the Frog task was to write my astrology notes for today, for this recording. And yeah, I wanted to do it. I love making these videos, but I was also delaying, putting it off. I was like, oh, maybe I need to do this other thing first. No. And I said to myself, no, get those notes done. And I'm glad I was on it. So there's something about maybe 18 Jan, maybe for the new year ahead, maybe you're going to work out how to restructure your day. So you eat the frog first. You do the most difficult thing in the day first. This is the thing that is going to make the most impact, but that you might delay or put it off or procrastinate on. So identify those things, those important things. And I've got here, yeah, schedule your days so you eat the frog first. I've got here, this is the task that makes, that'll be, what is the task in the day that's going to make a big difference? That once you get that thing done, you can kind of chill a bit for the rest of the day. It's that. Gemini, I'm wishing you all the best. I'm wishing you a wonderful holiday season. I'm wishing you time to chill out and recuperate. That's the word that's coming into my mind for you. So take care, Gemini. Wishing you all the best. We are now going to welcome Cancer. Cancer, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Cancer Ascendant, Cancer Moon, or Cancer Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So what have we got going on, Cancer? Well, we have got Venus and Sun. They're walking the night sky together. They're conjunct across your 6th and 7th houses. Now, I will say that this, as a whole, for this month, is not great energy for spending time with partner. It's not great energy for romance. It's not great energy for love. It's better energy. You'll have better love life energy the month after. Okay, so that's good. You're going to get this tricky portion out of the way, and once you've got this one out of the way, love life improves a lot. I've got here, this is good energy. Both of these planets, they are good energy for loving your work. Okay, so you can really love your work, you can love what you do. Venus moving through the 7th house, look, it can be romantic and it can be beautiful. I have seen that. But it's still, as per the classical texts, Venus doesn't do so well. 6th, 7th, 10th. And that's about it. Let me just double check that. 6th, 7th, and 10th. Yep, I have that correct. That's where Venus doesn't do so great. So what I'd say is, for this month, don't have huge expectations on your love life. That's all. And I've got here Khalil Gibran's advice: let there be spaces in your togetherness. That's the remedy. It's very simple. So yes, you love your partner, they're right there, but you have some spaces in your togetherness. Something like this will help. Less expectations on partner, maybe, that kind of thing. Now, you do have great energy for loving your work. You do have great energy for doing things that you love and that make you really happy. Yeah, I've got here doing things that you absolutely love to do on your own. Now, Mars is exalted in your 7th house from 16 January onwards. Here again, Mars exalted in 7th house, 16 January onwards. That is, and we've got a siren that's quite loud and distracting me. Yeah, there's some intense energy here. So what I would say with the Mars energy is, because that siren is very, very loud. And so it's something about maybe you need to listen to other people more at this time, possibly. Okay, there could be some intense energy going on. So I would say use this time to listen more. If you are speaking, take care in how you speak with your partner especially. So yeah, there could be some aggressive energies here. It's very difficult, believe me, I know, because sometimes you have to communicate, you know. We can't suppress this stuff either. We can't suppress it or reject it or deny it. There are implications to that as well. So just, I guess what I would want to say here is communicate more consciously and more deliberately and more, think more before speaking. That's the wisdom here. Mars exalted in 7th house from 16 January onwards. That is the wisdom. I've got here, this is excellent work energy. Excellent for foreign travel, excellent for working with foreign clients or working with an international audience if you're on social media. So if you're on social media, oh, well, you can build an audience, and maybe some of your, if you've got things to say, that will gain attention and you'll grow. So speak your mind, but yeah, I've got here, take care with how you speak to partner. Your energy might be a bit intense at this time. That's all. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. 3rd January, full moon, Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. This is happening in your 12th house. So this is an intense and beautiful spiritual full moon for you. A great time to be on your own, a great time to self-reflect, a great time to journal, a great time to release anything that you no longer need. So got a good time for you there, but that's on your own more so. And 18 January, we've got a new moon in Capricorn, Uttarashadha Nakshatra. It's happening in your 7th house. So this is great ignition energy to start something new. And that could be to start a social media platform or something, some project or activity or endeavor where you have an audience or something along those lines. You could be starting that on the 18th of January. Cancer, I'm wishing you all the best. I'm wishing you a lovely, relaxing time ahead. If you're watching this, I'm filming this on the 18th of December. If you've got some time booked off, then I'm wishing you a lot of relaxation, a lot of just ease and comfort and good cooking, good food, Cancer. You know, yeah, you're Cancer and Taurus. I think these are the chefs, aren't they? Well, thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Leo. Leo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Leo Ascendant, Leo Moon, or Leo Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So we have got Venus and the Sun walking the sky together. They are going to be conjunct across your 5th and 6th houses. So for the first half of the month, there's a beautiful romantic energy at play. This is great for time with partner, time with children. You might be very creative. You might just be enjoying doing things on your own, just enjoying the romance of feeling the sun on your face. It could be just, you could just be happy over nothing. Isn't that wonderful? So that is a possibility for you there, Leo. That's very much for the first half of the month. In the second half of the month, the energy changes a bit and it's better for work-related activities. I've got here, from the sun's point of view, you've got winning energy across the second half of the month. So second half of the month could be maybe, you know, you start the year off a little bit slow and just a little bit, you know, taking your time. But then middle of the month onwards, you're like, right, we're in a brand new year, I want to go for it, you know, something like that. I don't know, the energy sort of cranks up and you are more motivated, you are work focused, some of that drive comes back, some of that spark comes back, you're ready to get into the year. So I've got here, yeah, Mars is exalted in your 6th house from 16 January onwards. That is beautiful. So this is excellent energy for winning. Which is just like the sun there. I've got here, you are winning new clients. You could be winning court cases. You could be expanding or starting a new project, or there's some ignition. There's some physical energy here too. I'm seeing that. Yeah, I've got here, you've got great physical energy here and an ability to succeed. Time to go for it. So that's sort of the middle of the month onwards. Now, 3rd of January, we've got a full moon in Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 11th house. So this is an intense full moon. Take extra care in group settings. Take extra care in relationships with siblings or friends. So, yeah, definitely take care around that time. 18 January, we've got a new moon in Capricorn, Uttarashadha Nakshatra. It's happening in your 6th house. So this is great ignition energy to start new projects at work, to apply for new work, or to put yourself forward in some way. You could be starting a new project. You could be, there's ignition here. It's like we're going somewhere, you know. And this is a little bit like Aries, where I feel like with Aries, they just turn the corner and there's that open road. I'm getting that feeling here for you as well, and you're a fellow fire sign, so yeah, that would make perfect sense. Leo, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I want to wish you just a wonderful rewarding, restful, rejuvenating break. If you're having a break of some kind, take care, take time out to do stuff that you love to do, stuff that makes you happy. And you know, I think one of the things that makes me happy is just lying on my couch and looking out the window. It's like, it's so basic, but I think that is one of the happiest times for me. Like, yeah, I'm sort of delving deeper into what is happiness. And the more I study it, I've been watching a lot of Papaji as well lately. Leo, get into Papaji. If you haven't been watching him, get into him. The more I study him and the more I realize, yeah, we don't need much. We really don't need much in life. And if you want to be happy, well, the happiest people, they don't even have thoughts. You know, like that's where I'm learning this from Papaji. He's teaching beautifully that the less we have, the happier we are. There is a real truth in that. Watch Papaji. I'm probably not explaining it very well. Watch him. He'll teach you all about this. So yeah, maybe that is your gift to yourself over this holiday season. You're going to watch a Papaji video. That would be really cool. All right, Leo. Well, thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Virgo. Virgo, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is Virgo Ascendant, Virgo Moon, or Virgo Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. Well, what have we got? Well, we've got Venus and Sun conjunct across your 4th and 5th houses. This is actually really nice energy, Virgo. You have got a lovely setup here. This is quite good. The only thing is it could be a little bit expensive. So your expenses might go high, but Venus is beautifully placed across the 4th and the 5th. This is very ideal. So I've got here, this is beautiful energy for being at home, for cooking up delicious and nutritious foods, for just pampering yourself. I've got here, you might be spending a lot of money, so do keep an eye on your spending. And if you go shopping, take a list. Another tip I have is, like, when you go shopping, I do this. I make sure I go shopping just after lunch, because otherwise if I go when I'm hungry, oh my gosh, the things that go in my shopping basket, yeah, you can imagine. So yeah, I shop after breakfast, just after breakfast or just after lunch. Yeah, I can do that because I work from home and I have flexibility on my day. Unless it's a client session day, in which case I am pretty much glued to my desk and I do not go anywhere. So today is one of those days. I'm just going to be doing this, I'm going to be editing, then I've got Patreon lesson to do, so yeah. But anyway, let's have a look here. Mars, what's Mars doing? Mars is exalted in your 5th house from 16 January. Okay, so this is, got here, take care in your relationship with your children. Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty full on energy there, right there in the 5th. That's some, you know, yeah, you could end up being like an army commander with your kids. So it's like, don't do that. It's like, but it's good energy for playing with your kids. You'll have energy to play with your kids. You'll have energy to enjoy time with your kids. Also, if you are a boss at work, take care with your employees. This is a bit of that army commander, you know, rah type energy. So want to calm that down or channel it into just something physical or fun or play or something like this. I've got here, you will have energy to be creative. You will have energy to start new ventures, or make some change to your finances as well. Maybe, you know, you have the motivation and energy to deal with your finances, or something you've been putting off for a long time. I've got here, channel the energy into creative projects with the aim of building a life that you love. And I think that is just a nice little reminder that that's what we're all doing. We're all just trying to build a life that we love. And sometimes just to refocus on that phrase. I know that helps me refocus sometimes, just to remind myself, what is the bigger picture here? And the bigger picture here is you're creating a life that you love. That's all anyone's doing. 3rd of January, we've got a full moon in Gemini, Ardha and Nakshatra. This is happening in your 10th house. So this is an intense full moon. This could be intense at work. So just take care at work. There could be some intensity at work or in connection with work. I've got here some big work project could culminate and it could complete at this time. And 18 January, we've got a new moon, Capricorn, Uttar Ashada Nakshatra. It's happening in your 5th house. So this is great ignition energy to start up new creative projects. You can be starting up new creative projects. And I've got here, these could be creative projects that just bring you joy, that are just fun. And I've got here that may have nothing to do with money or career as well. I think that is one of the beautiful things about the purity of the 5th house. You know, that is inner child, it's joy, it's fun, it's play, we want to do this thing just because it makes us happy, you know, and maybe you need some of that energy in your life to kickstart the new year and to carry forward with you throughout the year. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to do like a 2026 outlook. I have to get that into my mind now, 2026. It's a new term I have to use, yes. But I'm going to be doing a 2026 outlook coming up, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And I'm wishing you well. I'm wishing you rest, delicious food, time out, time doing stuff that you love, time in pajamas, whatever it is, however it is that you relax. I'm wishing you lots of that. And take care. But I'll be around, so stay tuned for more content. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Libra. Libra, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So this is Libra, Ascendant Libra Moon or Libra Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So now Venus and Sun are conjunct across your 3rd and 4th houses. So this is really beautiful energy. Really, really, really beautiful energy. Libra, you are just having a good time here. I hope all the Librans out there are, because don't you have a superb, I'm going to look at you again because I have to have a look at this. Don't you have a good Saturn? I'm just remembering the reports I've done across the year, and I keep saying good things for you guys. Yeah, you've got your Saturn 6 from the moon there. It's good. Now, I mean, look, not all Librans. I know sometimes when I say this, and then there'll be a Libran or two who'll be like, hang on a minute, it's not good for me. Work with the energies. See, you know, especially see how it is for you next year. I am yet to do the yearly outlook, by the way. I am going to do one. I'm going to do a yearly outlook. But I have read some positive comments from some of you Librans out there who you are having a good time. So that I know that because the energy is, there have been a lot of good energies here for you. You got a beautiful energy right here, which is why I'm saying all this. But as I say, if you're a Libran and it's not happening for you, see what you need to let go of. See if there's anybody to forgive. And you might be needing to forgive yourself. Sometimes we think that we have to forgive all these people outside, but it's actually maybe we need to let ourselves off the hook for something, you know. Could be something like that. So check in with yourself, because the energy is pretty good. Your Saturn is good. It could be, I tell you, I mean, Saturn 6th from, it can have some health challenges, health impacts. So it is important. Saturn might be testing you on your health. So I would say look after your health, be healthy, you know, don't go overboard on anything. So, you know, don't eat too much, don't exercise too much, or don't not do any exercise at all. Or, you know, it's like you want to keep balance here. So it could be that. I'm going down tangents here big time. Let's get back to the news here. So I've got here, yeah, Venus and Sun conjunct across your 3rd and 4th houses. This is just beautiful. And I've got here this lovely social energy. There's a focus on home in the 2nd half of the month. Expenses might go up in the 2nd half of the month as well. But in the 1st half of the month, the Sun is beautifully positioned for success, for recognition, being seen, picking up new work, picking up new clients, equally just being social as well, and catching up with people that you love to spend time with. Now Mars is exalted in your 4th house from the 16th of January. So do take care in relationships at home, especially your relationship with your mother or mother's health or anything like that. You know, equally, if it doesn't manifest as challenges at home or any of that, you might just feel restless at home. You might just feel like you need to get out, and it could just manifest like that. I've got here, you can channel this Mars energy into work, into your career, and or making home improvements at this time, or you're redecorating. You could be clutter clearing, and a change of scene will help if you're feeling restless. 3rd of January, we've got full moon, Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 9th house. So this is an intense full moon. Something could culminate in relationship with your father, with an authority figure, with a guru, with a mentor. This could also indicate that your learning is complete somewhere and that you are graduating from a level of your life. Okay, so that, you know, this could be an attainment of mastery, an attainment of, well, you're good enough, you know that level, you could even teach that, you could go up and you could share with others. So there could be some kind of graduation energy happening there. 18 January, we've got a new moon, Capricorn, Uttar Ashadha Nakshatra. It's happening in your 4th house. So you can start something new at work or at home. Perhaps you're renovating, perhaps you're redesigning something. Yeah, and this is a new moon. I mean, I think for you, Libra, that could be a really great clutter clear time. Just do like a sweep through your house. And if you're on Insight Timer, I have got a chant that I did to Goddess Lakshmi, and you could play that because that's a beautiful little chant. I chant to her when I clean my place, and yeah, especially around Diwali, I chant to her and I clean my place and I light candles. So that is a little thing I do there. Libra, I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm wishing you all the best across the holiday season. Take care. Stay tuned on the channel. I'm going to do like a yearly outlook. I can't wait to do that. I'm like so excited. I thought I better get this one done first. Just tick the box here and then I can concentrate my energy on the year ahead because I want to know as well what's coming up. So thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Scorpio. Scorpio, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just checking the time. I better move it along. Scorpio, welcome. Scorpio. So this is Scorpio Ascendant, Scorpio Moon, or Scorpio Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So what have we got going on? Well, we have got Mars Exalted. So that's going to be in your 3rd house from the 16th of January onwards. But before we dive into Mars, we're going to have a look at Venus and the Sun. Now, Venus and the Sun are conjunct across your 2nd and 3rd houses. That's why I talked about Mars first. I see now what happened. Mars is just leaping out to reach you because it's a very positive Mars energy for you. But let's talk about Venus and Sun. So they're conjunct across your 2nd and 3rd houses. This is great energy for being at home, for cooking up something delicious, spending time with family and friends. You might even do a bit of shopping. Venus and Sun conjunct across your 2nd house there. So that's the first half of the month. You might have some shopping to do. Okay, I don't know what that is, but there it is. Yeah, because a lot of people, they have all their spending done before, and then January is that month where everyone's got no money and they don't spend anything. But somehow, I don't know, it's sun's shining for you. You got the money here, you're spending, you're doing the spending. You could just be, it could be that you're spending time with family and friends. So maybe the spending is happening in that way, that you're all eating out or something like that. And that's in the first half of the month where I'm sort of seeing the spending is a bit higher. In the second half of the month, the Sun is beautifully positioned to succeed and or to earn more. Or you are getting a new job, or you're starting to pick up new clients, or something really positive is happening there with the Sun. Now, Mars is exalted in your 3rd house from 16 January onwards. This is the energy that was leaping ahead of the Venus and Sun to talk to you first. It's amazing. So got here, you have one of the best positions for Mars. Yeah, you really do. Excellent ignition energy to get things started, start new projects, start a business, start a social media platform, start that thing. you know, and I'm recording this mid-December, so rest now, you know, rest, you've got time. You know, this is Mars exalted in your 3rd house from 16 January. It's beautifully positioned. So Scorpio, you are one of the lucky signs here with the Mars energy. You've got, yeah, I would say, yeah, you're perhaps the best sign here for where Mars is positioned. So I've got here, there is an open road and green lights in front of you. It's beautiful. 3rd January, we've got full moon, Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 8th house. So this is an intense full moon. Take care if you're out and about. I've got here, you might be, well, you might actually be at home, because this is the 8th house here. So if you want to be an introvert and not go anywhere, you've got ideal energy. You've got like permission to just stay at home and do nothing. But I've got here, you might be more psychic at this time. You might be able to see hidden agendas. You might understand, you might get some ahas. You might, oh, I see how that whole thing works. You know, rather than being lost in the abstract, you're seeing it clearly. We've got a lot of moonlight here and a lot of understanding. There's an intensity here as well. I would say take care. And if you can actually be at home, do be at home. Because, yeah, 8th house, you know, yeah, full moon, it's intense. I would, well, I mean, I'm kind of staying at home because I have nowhere to go. But that's a bit different. But you know, this is the kind of thing where you know, could you be declining offers to go out? You might be. You might want to just stay at home with this. You might. It's interesting, that hasn't particularly come up with any other signs. So yeah, I've got here, take care. On the 3rd of January, full moon, and 18 January, new moon, Capricorn, Uttarashadha Nakshatra. This is happening in your 3rd house. So this is an excellent day to start new projects. It's an excellent day to put your whole self into something new. Okay, and we can create something new at any time. There's a beautiful, I'm just being reminded of Juan Mascaro's translation of the Bhagavad Gita. I always find it just so incredible that a Spanish guy he speaks English. A Spanish guy who speaks English translated the Bhagavad Gita. I love that so much. And what did he say? He said, I think he opened one of his books with just this very simple quote, and it was something about every moment can be the start of a new life. So it was something profound like that. Oh gosh, I'll see if I can find the quote. But it's something about like at any moment, a whole new life can start. So what makes the difference? I think we make the difference when we decide that, yeah, this is going to be the moment. You know, and you don't even care about the stars. You're just like, no, we're doing it now. You know, so 18 Jan, new moon. I mean, that could be you're starting something brand new. You got powerful energy, basically. So I'm very excited for you, Scorpio. Enjoy rest if you are resting across the Christmas period. We've got here, I'm recording this mid-December. Enjoy time out and look out on the channel. I'm going to be doing like a yearly outlook and stuff, and yeah, I've got all this excitement to make things for the channel, because my client sessions, I had my last client session just a couple of days ago. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was, yeah, somewhere there. And I will be back doing sessions start of January. Some people have already booked, but stay tuned on the channel. There will be some more content coming. And thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. Take care. We are now going to welcome Sagittarius. Sagittarius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Sagittarius Ascendant, Sagittarius Moon, or Sagittarius Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So now what do we have here, Sagittarius? We've got Venus and Sun conjunct. They're going to be walking the sky together across your 1st and 2nd houses. So the first half of the month, it might actually be a little bit tiring. You could get a bit drained. Sun sometimes, as it crosses through the 1st, it can be a bit tiring, draining. it's a great time to nourish your physical body with whatever it needs. So if you need good food, if you need good rest, if you need exercise, if you need great music on your, I don't know, your laptop or your phone or wherever you listen to music, or in your car. But there's something about this that you need to nourish your being with beautiful things. We've got Venus moving across the first and second houses. So yeah, you're going to want beauty, the energy of beauty, beautiful food, beautiful music, all of that. I've got here, expenses could be higher across this month. In the second half of the month, you might treat yourself to something new, a new purchase. Yeah, you might feel inspired to start the new year with something new, some new material thing that you need. Now, Mars is exalted in your second house from the 16th of January. This is a time where you could even start a new savings account, or you're taking some action regarding your finances. So maybe this is some task that you have been putting off, but you know, I need to sit and do that. You'll actually have the time and energy to sit and do that. I've got here, there is ambition and drive and possibly new ideas on how to save or even make more money. Now, 3rd of January, we've got a full moon in Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 7th house. So this is an intense full moon. It's especially intense for your partnership, for your love life, for your marriage, if you're married. Something might culminate in a significant partnership. So that could be really good, where you're completing or you're graduating from something in a partnership. This could be really great energy to just reflect on how much you've achieved on your own, actually. And or to reflect on a significant partner in your life. You will have ahas, you'll have learnings, you'll have ideas, you'll have new understandings. With a full moon, very often we understand things. There's big, bright, beautiful full moonlight. We can see something clearly. So maybe you're seeing something clearly in your own heart or in a relationship. Now on the 18th of January, we've got a new moon in Capricorn, Uttar Ashada Nakshatra. It's happening in your 2nd house. So this is an excellent day to start something new regarding your material world. And that could be that you're buying something new. It could be as simple as that, Sagittarius. So I just want to thank you all for being here. I love doing this work, and thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes and support and watching the videos. And stay tuned, because I'm going to do more content. I'm going to do a 2026 outlook, and hopefully I do that for both Vedic astrology and numerology. That's what I'm planning. So yeah, I've got work to do, so I'm going to be busy with that. But I want to thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. All right, we are now going to welcome Capricorn. Capricorn, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Capricorn Ascendant, Capricorn Moon, or Capricorn Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So what have we got going on, Capricorn? We've got Venus and Sun conjunct across your 12th and 1st houses. So in the first half of the month, it might be harder to sleep, but to remedy that, just keep extra busy during the day and you will fall asleep naturally. That's what I do. When there's a full moon, I try and figure out, okay, when's the full moon? Okay, I'll be really busy, on that day. It helps me to sleep. So you could keep your days a bit extra busy if you want to help you get better sleep. Now, I have heard that you could eat pasta at night. Helps you to sleep. So to do bananas, apparently if you eat bananas at night before you sleep, that helps you sleep as well. So something to try out. In the second half of the month, it's good to pick up an exercise routine if you have dropped off from your exercise routine. And I will tell you, I have recently dropped off my exercise routine because I was very much on it, and then I went to this wonderful healing thing at the weekend, and then I was guided that go easy in the upcoming days. So that's why I've dropped off my exercise routine, because I did end up having like a bit of a I had a bit of a healing and a clearing, but then I had all this pain down one side of my body, so I haven't done any exercise. I'll get back on it. But it's interesting here, you might have dropped off some kind of exercise routine, so it's time to pick that up in January. And I mean, over the Christmas period, you know, people rest, and we need rest as well. So now, if you're very good with exercise and you don't tend to drop off and you keep going with it, maybe you need to freshen it up. Maybe you need to change it or modify it or do something different. So exercise is in focus for you in January, or just physical body care. Okay, just doing the things that that feel good to your body. Yeah, I've got here, your diet might need reinventing as well. So that could be something that you're just looking at. It's interesting, I haven't really mentioned this for any other sign, so this really is like a Capricorn thing. Even if it wasn't January, just after Christmas, I would be saying all this as well. Because I know January, everyone does all this dieting and exercise. I know that's like a bit of a cliche. Like when you walk into the shops, like when I go into Primark, and then they'll have like exercise gear, all like they're telling you, okay, you've overeaten, now you have to exercise. Like the shops just tell you what to do, don't they? It's just too obvious. It's like, first they're telling us, okay, eat lots. Like you go into Sainsbury's, it'll just be fancy foods in your face as you walk in. And then, yeah, you walk into Primark, January, it's full of exercise gear. They just tell us what to do. And I rebel. I do different things all the time. Anyway, let's have a look. What's Mars doing? So Mars, but for you, there is an actual exercise thing here in January. So I would be saying that anyway. Mars is exalted. Let's have a look. Mars is exalted in your first house from 16th January. This is powerhouse energy for you. Yeah, and you can use this to create new pathways in your life. This is your energy. This is it. Capricorn, you are starting the year with some superb energy, I must say. So that's really from 16 January onwards. Now this energy is actually quite big, and so big for you that it could be that you're tired, and it's perfectly okay to be tired around this time. I've got here, this is big energy. If you need to rest, definitely rest. Okay, so some of you could be feeling different things. Some of you will, you know, the Mars energy, you'll love it and you'll just go for it, and you know, it'll be amazing. But for some of you, this could just be very tiring. And so, but inside, there can be a real enthusiasm for the fact that it's a new year and you want to move forward in life now, and you want to move forward on things. That you will feel. So if you're physically tired, it's okay, but inside you'll be feeling an excitement and an enthusiasm for the newness of the year. 3rd January, we've got a full moon in Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 6th house. So this is an intense full moon. Something might culminate regarding work. Could even be a court case that completes, or something completes at work. Something could be intense at work. There could be an intense situation that you have to deal with at work. This is some intense energy, so I would say take care on the 3rd of January. And 18th of January, we've got a new moon in Capricorn, Uttar Ashada Nakshatra. It's happening in your 1st house. So this is an excellent day to start a new pathway in your life. You have ignition energy, and imagine that is a brand new pathway in your life. Okay, so this is really quite big. I've got here, you've turned a corner, a whole new path is in front of you, and you're going to shape it, you're going to create it. It's up to you what you want this new pathway to be. This is very, very exciting energy, Capricorn. And the other thing to bear in mind is it's a number 1 new year, and that's a new 9-year numerology cycle. So bear that in mind going forward. And of course, there will be your personal numerology to look at, which I'm going to do a video on that. So I'm going to do a yearly outlook and a numerology outlook as well. So please stay tuned, Capricorn. I'm sending you a lot of love, big hugs, take care, rest, and enjoy. If you're watching this, so I'm recording this mid-December, 18 December, so if you're watching this anytime yeah, in December, wishing you a very happy holiday season. All right, well, take care, Capricorn. We are now going to welcome Aquarius. Aquarius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Aquarius Ascendant, Aquarius Moon, or Aquarius Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So now we've got Venus and Sun conjunct across your 11th and 12th houses. So in the first half of the month, you might be very social, you might be very popular. It's a great time to pick up new clients. It's a great time to discover new opportunities, to be seen. You've got some really beautiful energy there. It's a bit of sort of glow up energy even, I want to say. So yeah, social media wise, it could be very good energy for you for the first half of the month. Now in the second half of the month, you might be spending more time on your own, and it might be a bit harder to sleep in the second half of the month, but that's okay, because if you're finding that it's a bit harder to sleep, just be extra busy during the day. That is one of my remedies. You could also eat pasta. Apparently pasta and the carbs and all that, that's really good to help you sleep. I've also heard some people do this. Now, I don't advise this at all, but I've heard people say that if you eat a sweet dessert, right, at the end of dinner, then you have a bit of a sugar high, but then you crash, and then in the crash you fall asleep. I've heard, but don't take my advice on that one, because I know sugar is not good and we shouldn't be eating it. And yeah, I tend to avoid sugar at night actually, but it's just something to bear in mind, just some information there. I don't encourage anybody to have sugary things at night before they sleep, but if you do, know that it could aid your sleep, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, sleep might be harder. The other things you could do, yeah, eat pasta at night and or eat bananas at night. That also helps people to sleep. Something in bananas that helps people sleep. Now, Mars is exalted in your 12th house from 16th January. That's beautiful. That is in the 12th house though. Wow, that is interesting. I've got here with Venus, Mercury, Sun and Moon here. This is actually great for your creativity. It is, if you are a creative, you've got this kind of doer energy, but it's in this dreamy place, right? We're in the 12th house. So, but we've got the artistic planets there. So I've got here, what you dream up at this time can be turned into reality. So you could sort of dream and materialize all at the same time, kind of thing, in real time, kind of. So I've got here, you just need some action energy, and that action energy is finally here. I've got here, imagine or dream big, put action in at this time, and results might materialize in the month, but equally I've got here, results will materialize in time. There will be better Mars transits where you can capitalize on the actions you take, basically from that second half of January onwards. So second half of January, you've got the artistic, dreamy planets. They're up there in the 12th house, and you've got Mars exalted up there in the 12th house as well. So you've got that capability of acting. Maybe you're acting on some dream energy. You're making something happen. And don't be put off if you don't see results straight away. The results will come. The results always come. I'm a firm believer in that. Work anyway. Do the work anyway. You're just clocking up good karma. It will be given to you. So yeah, there's something lovely here. It's abstract. It's a little bit complex, it's a little bit abstract. We're up in the dreamscapes here, but you've got action energy. You've got masculine, healthy action energy to make something happen. So I'd say that's down to you and your desire and what you want to do. Now, 3rd January, we've got a full moon in Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 5th house. So this is an intense full moon. Something might culminate in your love life. Something might culminate in your heart space. to do with children, to do with your creativity. You're completing on something there on the 3rd of January. Take care on the 3rd of January. It is an intense full moon. And then on the 18th of January, we've got a new moon in Capricorn, Uttra Ashada Nakshatra. It's happening in your 12th house. So this is an excellent day to pull the trigger on a dream you have. That is an unusual phrasing. I have not used that phrasing for any other sign, so I don't know why that's the case, but you're pulling the trigger on a dream you have, or you're pressing the button, or you're igniting something. Or I remember when I was writing this yesterday, I was thinking about like archery. I was thinking about, it's like maybe you're letting something go. That would actually be better because you're in the 12th house. You're letting something go, but then it flies. Something like this. So that's better than, pulling the trigger is a bit, whoa, what's that? But I think I did visualize archery as well. And there is something like that here. I've got here, it is time for action. Don't worry if nothing visible happens for a while. The energy to start is here. And the action, it truly could be letting something go. It could be that. So Aquarius, I want to thank you so much for being here. I want to wish you a wonderful holiday season ahead, a restful time. If you're watching this, say for example in December, hopefully you will have some proper downtime, time to unwind and relax. And stay tuned on the channel. I am going to do 2026 outlook. What am I saying? 2026 outlook for astrology, for numerology, and I'm excited to do those. So stay tuned because there's more to come. All right, thanks so much, Aquarius. We are now going to welcome Pisces. Pisces, welcome. You're the last sign of the year for the monthlies. I've still got more reports to do, so stay tuned because I am going to be doing more content. We've got the 2026 outlook. I want to do like astrology, I want to do numerology this time, so stay tuned. I have to sit down and write all of that stuff up. I need time. I've been doing so many client sessions. I've been really, really busy. Thank you to everybody who's booked. I do get a lot of Pisces people who book. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a look. Pisces, I haven't even welcomed you properly yet. Pisces ascendant, Pisces moon, or Pisces sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. Let's take a look. So Venus and Sun are conjunct across your 10th and 11th houses. Wow, this is quite good actually, especially the later half of the month. In the first half of the month, work energy is superb. So you do have some really good work energy there. You might be in the spotlight due to the Sun. You might be loving that due to Venus. So there's something about you being busy in that first half of the month. In the second half of the month, the energy is great for being social, for networking, for earning more money, for, you're making progress, you're going forward, your projects are working or things are happening, or there's good energy here. There's forward momentum. Oh, and this is glorious. Look at that. You've got Mars exalted in your 11th house from 16th January. I've got here, this is powerhouse energy. You can really profit in real time from something you start at this time. Okay, so you've got brilliant energy for materialization, manifestation, making it happen. You try something, you start getting results. It's all happening at that time, right? So this is great energy. Second half of the month onwards is kind of your go time. So I would say, even the start of the month, it is good for work, but definitely that second half of the month, it's really good energy here. I've got the note, put the effort and the energy in. There is energy for success here, and there is energy for, you put in some effort, you get the results. You put in effort, you get results. It should just be happening. I do know that if you're a Pisces moon, you would be in Sati Sati. I think somebody did ask that if they're Pisces ascendant, could they be having Sati-like effects as well? Do you know, I feel like there is something in that, because I have looked at that in my own life. And yeah, even Saturn kind of going over your ascendant, the house before and the house after, it can feel a bit Sati-like. I know what you're saying. The fact is that Saturn is a part of all of our lives. There's delay and restriction and limitation on all of us. So yeah, even when Saturn's in a fantastic position, able to deliver, you know, you can still be experiencing delays and things like that. So yeah, Saturnian energy is the one to know on planet Earth. You know, it's the outer rim, it's the big limit. Let's see, so I've got here, well, I did just want to, since I'm talking about Pisces moon, I'll just bring up a Pisces moon chart and just have a look, because this is intense for all the Pisces moon people. The Pisces moon, there's some intensity, but it's an ongoing intensity that, you know, some of you may have dealt with already, because Saturn has passed over your moon, but there's still more Saturn in Pisces to go, and I think some of the difficult portions of Sati are yet to come for a lot of people. So hang in there if you're Pisces moon. Sorry. Okay, let's have a look. Now Mars is exalted. I think I've covered that. Yep. Let's have a look at the moon situation. So 3rd of January, we've got a full moon in Gemini, Ardra Nakshatra. It's happening in your 4th house. So this is an intense full moon. This is an intense full moon as well at home. Like if things have been intense with mother and or father, or just at home even, because 4th house is home. So things could be a bit intense at home. I've got here something might culminate or complete at home. So there might be, you know, something that's completing or healing or coming to a resolution and finishing. There could also be something in relationship with mother that could be completing or finishing as well. So that's just something to bear in mind. 18 January, we've got a new moon in Capricorn, Uttar Ashada Nakshatra. This is happening in your 11th house. So this is an excellent day for starting a new project, starting a new social media platform. Maybe you're starting a business. Maybe you're writing a book. I don't know what this is, but you are starting something. It's new. This could be related to work. This is Capricorn. This could be something that will eventually become a potential income stream for you. So yeah, you're starting something new. You're starting something new that could bring in more opportunities to you or bring in more money. So that's exciting. I've got here you're starting things that will expand your life in some way. And this is also something that you would just love to do. So it has that quality of, gosh, I would just love to do that. You know, whatever that thing is, if that excites you, you're like, yeah, I want to do that thing. I want to try it. You could be trying something new, trying something as well. Pisces, I want to thank you so much for being here, Pisces. And any Pisces moon people, hang in there with your Sati. This is the next couple of years could be, challenging, and the ultimate remedy is to find solace in your chop wood and carry water. Have a good routine. Have a good solid, I do this anyway. I'm like Sati trained like for my whole life. Like this is the way to live. It's like, have a good solid sleep routine. Wake up at a regular time. Eat healthy food. Eat simple, healthy food. And it's like we find solace and protection in the simplicity of life. And Saturn is an incredible planet. Saturn protects all the good, hard-working people. And I know sometimes in our world that's really hard to see, because sometimes it does not seem like that. I know. But that's where we have to believe in cosmic justice. We have to expand our view that it's not just this life. We've done so many lives, and we may have many to go. I feel like I've got a lot to go. So that's what motivates me to be good now, because it's like, because I know that I've got more to do. So I won't kick the can down the road. I'll be good now. You know, it's like, that's why the concept of infinity, if you've got infinity in front of you, for some people will use that to go, oh, well, today doesn't matter because, you know, it's infinite. So I'll kick the can down the road. But somehow when I deeply contemplate these things, somehow it motivates me to straighten up and fly right now. So yeah, I don't know if anybody needed that little bit of something, but I just want to thank you for being here, and thank you for being part of this community, and stay tuned because I've got more content on the way. So thank you so much for being here, and yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video. I'm going to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. If you're watching in December, and wish everyone just a, well, yeah, Happy New Year. I'll be doing that in the upcoming videos. So we've got yearly to do. So I think I'll be wishing everyone a Happy New Year there. Gosh, I've just been so busy that I haven't had time to even plan the videos, let alone, you know, I thought I'll get this January one done now, because this is about the time I would have this done anyway. And for the rest of the month, I'm now free to create more content. So yeah, I'll be doing more wishing everyone well in the upcoming videos as well. All right, take care everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.